Hey, what's up, writing friends? It's Carmen L, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of my current project. So, this is a novel that I've been working on, and I've actually been working on it for quite some time. So, if you're that person and you feel like I'm never going to get my book done, this is the perfect project for me to tell you you can do it. I have literally been working on this for probably I think I wrote the original story like 4 years ago when I was still in college and getting my graduate degree. So I'm saying all that to say it doesn't matter how much time has gone by. If you want to write the story, just keep working on it, keep going at it. I have been working on this story forever. I've changed character names. I don't know how many times. I've changed people. I don't know how many times. I've changed point of views. I don't know how many times, but that's part of the craft. So I'm telling you to keep going. But today I'm going to take you on a tour of my manuscript and show you exactly how I set my document up. Okay, you guys, so this is what my document looks like. Um, so a couple of things that I do. This is my second draft. Like I said, I've been working on this for a really long time, but I'm on this draft because I had to start really putting the pieces together. The first draft, is always you just telling yourself the story. And I'm still kind of there because I don't have an ending yet, but this is where I'm at. So the first thing I have started doing that I didn't do when I previously was writing was these headings over here on the left. I'm using these to keep track of my chapters, but also what's kind of special about this book is that there's a rules element, which I don't want to give away the book, but there's some things going on that you got to follow the rules. And if you don't follow the rules, then get ready for the consequences. So that's also part of the reason why I wanted to use the headers over here so I can keep track of the rules and what's going down with each thing. So I know in the beginning, I don't have all of my, copyright, all that stuff. I don't worry about putting that stuff in at this point. I am literally just focused on writing and getting the story done. But I know I'm going to have an adult content warning, and at one point there was physical violence in the book. Right now there isn't, so this physical warning might go away, but I just want to be mindful of anybody picking up the book. I don't want any triggered feelings out there and anybody blaming it on me. So I will be adding that warning if those elements go back into the story, but as right now there aren't any of those. So what I have right here is the rules. More than likely, this will probably go away by the time I go into my final draft. But again, I'm just keeping track of what I have going on. Another thing you will notice that I do in my drafts is tracking changes and using comments. I use comments a lot when I write because, especially at this point, when I just want to write, I'm not getting bogged down in details. Like, I don't want to be specific about, what kind of blue it was. I don't care about that right now. I'm going to get more detail in a different draft, but right now, I just know it's blue. So I'll leave myself a note to tell me to be more descriptive. So you'll see some of that. On this particular one, I'm using the comments to keep track of where things are in the story. So for this one, it's a description of one of my characters. His name is Chase. He's a very sweet guy, and I hope the ladies fall in love with him. But I'm keeping track of where his description is. So this is chapter 1, if I get down to chapter 8 and he's referencing himself, he needs to look the same. I can't tell you up here, perfect example. I can't tell you up here that he has broad shoulders and a weight toned back and he has this beautiful dark almond skin. I can't tell you that in chapter 1 and get down to chapter 8 and he's ashy and gray. He might be having an off day, but that's not what he looks like. So to make sure that everything has continuity to it and I'm giving the same descriptions, I will highlight my descriptions so that I can easily find them when I'm writing. So those are the main things that I do. Once I get into some other drafts, I might do something else. But I just keep track of story details at this point so I can make sure that everything matches up. Something else I do want to point out that I am in later chapters, so I'm going to go down a little bit further. As you can see, this is all green. This is things that I've added in under suggestions, which means for me, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or if I'm going to do something else at that moment. But what I'm looking for right now is I call it mini outlining. And I'm going to have a separate video on this, but I just want to give a quick little to do about it in here. If I can find it, because I know I did it. Here we go. So this is actually the chapter that I am literally working on. Wrote on yesterday. We'll probably write a little bit later. But what you see here in this blue and highlighted areas, this is what I call like mini outlining. So I typically do this when I am not just like pouring out words. I know I want to happen, but maybe I just don't have the words for it yet. So I create these little mini outlines. And in this particular project, I've been doing it at the top of the chapters, but you can do it wherever you feel the need to. But basically what I'm doing is telling myself what needs to happen in this chapter based on things that I've already written. So in this one, I'm kind of saying where they are, what the setting is going to be. And then if you see down here, I actually tell myself I need to find some way to connect these characters' storylines, because right now they're not quite connecting. But I'm in kind of a midway wrap up point where I want to start wrapping these loose storylines up. So this is where I want to do it. The other reason why I do a mini outline is because I am busy woman like everybody else in the world, and I don't write every single day. Wish that I could, wish that I had time, but as we know, life just does not work that way. I have moved to 2 different states in less than a year and not close by states. I went from Ohio to Florida and Florida to North Carolina in less than a year, or about a year. That's a lot. So I was not writing all the time. And the benefit of these little mini outlines is the fact that no matter how long I've been away from my writing, I still know what's going on because I've made myself this little outline. And I can read this quick little snippet and I'm back to knowing exactly what I need to write. Now I may need to read, a couple of paragraphs or whatever to pick up, that same tone that I had before. But these mini outlines, I'm telling you guys, if you don't do this, just try it and see if it works for you. It's helped me tremendously. And like I said, I'm going to do another video more kind of detailed about it. That's going to come up soon, but it's another part of what I do in my drafts. So I don't like to make super long videos, so I hope you enjoyed it. A lot more videos like this is going to be coming up, and growing my coaching business. It is called Writers with Purpose. I'm Carmen L. This has been a tour of my current project, and I'm going to be checking back in to give you guys updates about it. And that's that. So until absolute next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.